Hi everyone, you're watching The Tattooed Psychic. I am The Tattooed Psychic. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I wanted to kind of pull some cards today, and that's what I did. And usually I don't claim to be a tarot reader. I'm not an expert reader or anything. I pull cards just to kind of get myself some guidance. I'm more of a psychic medium. So when you email me for readings, I don't do love readings. I don't do that type of thing. I do work on the inside of your spirit, trying to get you on your life path. I'm more of a, what do you call it, a spiritual healer than a love reader, if you know what I mean. And there are plenty of love readers out there, and I suggest you find one that you click with and go with them. But today I want to kind of remind people that the power of the hermit, because some of us just went into a hermit mode. I know I had been for about 2 to 3 weeks, where I was just reflecting on the past and getting rid of it and getting rid of old cellular memories and kind of, a lot of the memories of the childhood have arisen when I do the cellular work, and so I was getting rid of those and also just feeling overwhelmed with life. I had a lot of death in my life, a lot of change, and I'm kind of a creature of habit these days. I don't really enjoy change, which nobody does. And so sometimes when change happens, we recluse back into ourselves and reflect and change and keep changing and moving forward. I hope that makes sense. So if you're coming out of the hermit mode, welcome, welcome. And if you're going into the hermit mode, because Spirit says some of you are doing that, then know that that is normal. It's a normal part of your journey to pull away from people sometimes because you're changing and because you're working on different vibrations than you used to. So your body and mind and spirit need time to adjust, and so we'll go into hermit mode sometimes. We go into hermit mode for many reasons, but sometimes it's for that. And recently that happened to me, where I was like, I did all this work and I knew a big shift was coming in my life, and that's when I go into hermit mode to kind of just let it happen, and then I can get back to work. And that's what happened. That's why you don't see a lot of videos from me consistently, because I'm usually in hermit mode at that time. I'm coming out of it now, so I'm booking guests again and getting back on track. But I just want to remind people that that happens, because sometimes on a spiritual path, people who are new to it don't understand what's going on. Like, you'll be doing a lot of work and you're healing yourself and you feel really great, and then all of a sudden you're feeling stuck, or you're feeling like Spirit's not working with you, or you're feeling alone on your journey, right? And you're wondering, why did I fail? Why am I getting triggered back to old habits, these types of things. But that's a totally normal part of the journey, and Spirit wants to remind everybody that you are never alone. They are always there. It's just sometimes they got to do things to prepare us for our future as well. And also sometimes, y'all, we just need to learn our lessons on our own, and people don't like to hear that, because when we have to face our lessons alone, it can be very challenging. I faced almost a lot of my lessons alone, most of them. And I think it's made me a great person, who I am today. I'm working on building community. I'm working on changing parts of myself that I don't like. And when you heal, that's what you do. You change parts of yourself that you don't like, and you have to face it. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. No one is. We have a past that created who we are, and we have to go into the past, and we have to release it from our bodies and our past. You know what I mean? It's always going to be there, but we can't keep living in it. We can't keep getting those triggers and stuff in order to have the life we want. We have to change the way we think and feel, and that starts with dealing with all these emotions, taking time to hermit, being okay with letting people go in your life who aren't healthy for you. Okay? It's a big, hey, the spiritual path ain't easy, my friends. I think some of us make it look easier because we have fun with it and we've learned how to work with it, but it's not easy to heal yourself. It's not easy to heal from trauma. It's not easy to heal from your past when it's all you know, because we don't know the future, but we definitely know the past. So it's easier to stay there because it's comfortable, right? Even though it might not be no fun, right? It ain't no fun for me to go to my past. It's horrible. But I have to do it and face it and cry about it and hermit about it and then let it go and go, okay, now I'm ready to replace that energy with a life-fulfilling energy. I hope that makes sense. And for me, I have to get out more and go to nature, and that's what I've been doing. I took a great trip up to Roslyn, Washington a couple days ago with my dog, and we just had a great time. We had a picnic in the park, me and my dog, at Fireman's Park up in Roslyn, Washington. And Roslyn's a great little town in Washington. If you ever come here, it was where Twin Peaks was filmed a lot, and it's just the most charming little place, and it's really grown a lot because of the exposure of the city or of the little town or whatever it is, and it's great. And it has one of my favorite cemeteries in Washington, and I go to that cemetery and chill. I just sit there. It's so beautiful. It's so amazing. And yesterday, me and my dog went to, we do a thing on Mondays where we take an adventure to new parks. And yesterday we went to 2 new parks, and they were awesome, and I found new hiking trails. So it's up to us to kind of get out in nature and heal ourselves right now and pay attention to what we're doing. Be okay with spending time alone, understanding that we all have trauma to some degree. I was giving a session last night to a lovely, lovely friend of mine, and she was saying that she never felt she had trauma in her life because she wasn't sexually abused or physically abused, but there was a lot of, like, I guess, emotional trauma. And trauma comes in all shapes, sizes, and forms, my friends. It doesn't mean you have to be physically or sexually assaulted. It could mean that you were verbally assaulted. And if you're all 3, you have a, triple trauma. I call it myself, I have a lot of trauma. I have all the trauma you can imagine. And healing that takes some time. So be patient with yourself, Spirit says. Spirit says that so many people are not patient with themselves during this process, including me, and you have to be. And I've learned patience over the years, and you gotta have it in this business, honey, in this business of life, because life is, it's not always easy. So I pulled some cards actually yesterday. And yesterday I tried to make this video, and it's so funny because I know I'm being tested by something, because I felt some darkness come into my life with my sadness and stuff. And when I get sad, that's when the dark energies feel like they can come in and take over. But now I've gotten to the point where I can identify them and say, hey, leave me alone, go away. But so yesterday I was trying to make this video. I was all dolled up. I had my pink sparkles on, and I was, all hyped after the Barbie movie and all that. And my computer just kept crashing. And I said, you know what? It wasn't meant to be. So I'm doing it today, and everything seems to be flowing good. I am recording, making sure. So we have power animals today. Like I said, a lot of us just came out of a hermit cycle, or some of you are actually going into the hermit cycle. And this is normal, and we have a moon in Leo, and we have all these planets in retrograde, and things have just been happening left and right. And the Barbie movie has people upset, and Jason Aldean has people upset. I don't even know who that is or why people are upset with him. I don't care. And yeah, a lot's going on, right? There's war, there's, when you look at the world, it's tragic. Road rage, mass shootings, parents killing their children. I mean, whew. And it can affect us, especially if you're empaths, right? But we have to pull away from that, including myself. I can't, focus on that stuff. I have to be aware of it and definitely aware of it. But I also feel like this. There's not much I can do on that level except be the best I can be, and hopefully that energy starts spreading in the world. I don't want to live in fear. I don't want to live in panic. I don't want to live in disgust at this world and the way the human race is and how disappointing it is. I want to be able to be that part of the small group of people in the world who are trying to shift the energy into a massive conscious change where we're kinder to each other, where we help each other heal the trauma so we can have a better life, where women support each other in all their business adventures and life adventures, and men too, But the thing I see is that women, especially in the spiritual community, are wretched. They're absolutely wretched. For a bunch of healers, they are assholes. And they think they're better than everyone else, and they have this exclusive group. And where I'm more the underdog kind of person, I want to get to the people who can't afford $1,000, $1,200 for a plane ticket to go do yoga on a sunny beach or something. It costs way more than that. These spiritual retreats are ridiculously expensive that the average person like myself, I can't afford to spend $4,000 to go do yoga on a beach in South America. That pays a lot of my rent and bills. So I get it. And so people steer away from spirituality because it costs a lot of money. So what you have to do is go on YouTube, find the healers you click with, listen to them because we're out here, and find the things that work for you, and realize that if you can't afford to do all these expensive, lavish healing retreats, then make your own spiritual retreats. That's what I do. And I go to nature and I sit with nature. And the other day I was walking through the woods and I saw these 3 women doing some kind of mantra prayer, and I just left them alone and watched from a distance because they were really into it, and I thought it was so beautiful. And I thought, wow, people are trying out there to make a difference. So you have to go out there and make a difference. And those 3 women didn't have clearly the money to go to the place, so they created their own sacred space, right? That's what we do. And over here in Bothell, Washington, there is a yoga studio that takes donation only, so there's no reason not to do yoga, right? It's called Cedar Tree Yoga, and they do by donation only. So you find your local spots that really want to make a difference, and they're out there. You just have to look. It doesn't, because I know yoga classes are expensive, and these women are so amazing, and they just want people to heal and do yoga, so they make it whatever you can afford. That's what it should be, right? And so I get it. I can't afford a lot of the spiritual stuff either, so I created my own path. I've been doing this for 30 years, and Spirit says don't stop doing spirituality because people are profiting off of it at this point. Do it because it's what your calling is, because what your heart says. And there are ways you can do it without spending a lot of money. You don't need the Spirit stamp of approval that you went to some far off land to meditate and all that. That's not what it's about at all. It's not about spending all your money to heal. It's about you taking control of your life to heal. You don't have to spend money for that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, if you can afford to do that and you need those tools, then do it. That's awesome. That's your blessing. But if you can't afford to do those things and you still need those tools, they are out there. You can even write to me and I can suggest things. You can book a session with me. Again, I don't do love readings. That's not my thing. Look for a love reader. My readings are geared to get you on your path. I hope that makes sense. So that's my lecture for today. We don't need those things. What we need is those expensive trips and a guru and all that. You don't need all that, honeys. You need yourself, your spirit guides, and those are free. Your spirit guides are here all the time ready to help you. You just might need to learn how to connect with them. Plain and simple. And then you're halfway there to what you need to do. That's the honest truth. And so Spirit's here to help us, not to make us broke, not to make us feel bad because we can't afford things. That's not what Spirit is. And it's not about being in exclusive groups like, oh, we're so special, we do this, we do that, and you're not allowed in our group because we're so special. That's not what healers do. And I've seen it a million times. That's why I don't hang out with them. You don't see me hanging out with healers. And I want to. I'm starting to find some really great healers. My friend Rosie in Cleellum, she's a genuine, loving healer. I hope to have her back on. I can't think of anyone else. I know that's horrible. But they're out there. My mind is just a blank right now. But they're out there, okay? And these people who pay, oh my gosh. I was watching this show where people went to the scandalous healers, the psychic signs and all that, and say you have a curse and you need $10,000, $20,000 to release the curse. Please don't do that. That's ridiculous. A curse is only real if you allow it to be real. And I'm going to do a show on curses because people really believe in them, and they're only, anything's only real if you give it power. Do you understand? The biggest curse you have is probably the ones you put on yourself with your negative thoughts. The other stuff is just people trying to do some mumbo jumbo. And the power of words are real, right? People can really destroy you with their words. But you can not let that affect you if you are spiritually aware of who you are in your own power. The light will always turn out the dark. Always. So if you walk in light, those curses are never going to even affect. It's just going to be a joke. It's like spirit just kind of flicks those things back at the people who gave them to you. So learn how to do that. You know, don't be so susceptible to believing what people are telling you that you need to do to fix your spirit, right? You find your path that you need to do to fix your spirit. And it's not about giving some lady with a psychic neon sign out, you know, 20,000. One lady gave her, what, $80,000. I was like, that's crazy. Why would you do that? Find a healer that charges a decent amount of money that you can afford and can give you tools step by step. That's what I do. My clients get tools and I give them assignments. And until they do those assignments, they're not even allowed to come back into my life. You can't get another reading with me. And they have. And then I look at them and say, well, you're wasting your money and I'm not going to take your money for this because you didn't do the first part of it. So when you do the first part, come back and we'll get to the second part. You know, I think that when people do this work for greed, it becomes very toxic. We're here to help people. We're here to heal people. But in order to do that, you have to heal yourselves. There are some healers out there that I would never go to. And there are healers out there that are so genuine, they don't realize their power. And I'm like, heal me. And they're like, I don't know how. And I'm like, yes, you do. So the innocence of a healer is what I look for. But somebody genuinely born that way. And they're not out there being greedy. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So pay attention to what you're allowing into your life. I tell you this because I've done this work for so long, and I've seen so many shady people, and so many people doing it for the wrong reasons, and so many people hurting other healers, including me, intentionally, because they're so jealous of our light. And I think that what I've seen is just a mess. And so I'm just going to be straight up honest with you, right? Always. You can heal yourself for free. But if you need tools, definitely reach out. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, let's get back to the cards, because I actually have to get to work. Mama Faye doesn't do readings for a living anymore. Alright, here we are. So today, we've been going through this cycle. I have for the past 2 weeks anyway. And now we're in August and it's a new month. It's the power of the Leo. And it's the power of releasing the past, man. We should be so done with the past and ready for our future at this point. And if you're still dealing with the past, trust me, you're almost there, mamas and papas. Because we have the Firefly. Let's start with the Firefly. The Firefly is creativity, illumination, self-discovery. Follow its guidance. It will give you the stability and strength you need to get out of the darkness and go into the light. The Firefly is guiding you through your darkness, through your it's guiding you into getting more stability and strength into your life, clearing your head, pulling it out of the dark into the light. It's guiding you through the darkness. Does that make sense? Use it, mother. Use it. The second one Spirit had me draw was the butterfly. Transformation. Everyone knows the butterfly by now, right? Transformation, grace, power of the ancestors and wisdom of the ancestors, personal growth, greater awareness of your mental and physical self. And this is true for me. I have hit a huge transformation in my life. I'm a little nervous about it, to be honest, because I don't know this part of myself 100% yet. I'm getting to know the new butterfly Faye. And I'm still kind of chiseling out of the darkness still, but I think I always will do that. I think the darkness is always a part of me. It's just how I handle it, right? That's what I learned this last time around, is how I respond to things really matters. And the butterfly too. We have to be able to become more aware of who we are. The butterfly transforms and it becomes aware of its beauty. And we should do that too. Do you understand what I'm saying? You are beautiful, man. And whatever you're going through, you are going to get through this, because look at how far you've come so already. I look back at the things I've survived, the rapes, the beatings as a child, the molestations, the being tossed from home to home, never having family, never having love. And I'm like, fuck, I'm tough. If I can survive that as a little girl, anything you throw at me now, I should be able to handle. Think of it that way. If you were a child who had abuse, you're a warrior, man. You're a freaking warrior. You're not a victim. Come on. Let's rock it. Right? All right. And now we have what? Here's what's so funny. I've been drawn to pink. If you look in my place, I have pink everywhere. I love pink. I just went to see the Barbie movie with my friend Nancy on Sunday, and we had such a good time. We dressed up. We took pictures in the Barbie box. I'm the chunky tattooed Barbie. And we just had so much fun. And I just love pink because pink, I'm really drawn to it right now. I go through color phases, right? But pink really makes me feel love. And I haven't felt the color of pink in a long time. And all of a sudden, I'm painting my furniture pink. I'm just drawn to pink, pink, pink all of a sudden. And as you can see, I'm painting a pink leopard back here. And the card I drew for us is rose quartz. Look at that. Pink. The rose quartz, the color is pink. Determination, communication, calm, compassion, and love. When you feel like you're the one who has to have it all figured out, when you need more love, compassion, determination, and strength into your life. Like that, you would use this if you feel like you're the one responsible and it's overwhelming and you don't feel love and you don't feel gratitude and compassion and all these things you should be feeling for yourself. Pull out the rose quartz, hold it, put it under your pillow at night, whatever you need to do. Focus on the love, man, the power of love. Power of love is so amazing. And I know I haven't had a lot of love in my life, and I'm trying to produce that out more. And I've always believed in the power of love because I've seen it heal many things, including myself. And when I say the power of love, I mean the love I give myself and the love we can give others. Just showing them compassion, right? Just when you show people compassion, it changes their life. Everybody wants to be accepted, you guys. Everybody wants to be loved. Everybody wants to be heard. Nobody is different than anyone else. When I used to do my live psychic show, by the way, I was the first psychic to ever do that years ago. But I used to do a live psychic show, and I would communicate with people passed on and do live psychic readings and just kind of give guidance and give messages from spirit, right? And always after the show, I would have people come up to me and say, I know you were giving that certain person a reading, but it was also happening to me and resonated with me. And what we fail to realize is many of us are going through the same thing. Many of us are having these same experiences. We're not different, y'all. We all hurt and we all just want love. All right, then we have our guides. We have our guides this week. Look at this, the Holy Spirit, y'all. And it doesn't mean any type of religion. The Holy Spirit is an energy of love. Expect miracles. Come on, y'all. Expect those miracles. Remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. And they're telling me that too. Sometimes I feel like Spirit just leaves me. And I'm like, God, why did you leave me here to face this shit alone, right? But they're just doing their thing. And they know we're strong enough to get through. And they're never away from us. Believe in love. They're always here. Expect those miracles, y'all. If you don't expect miracles, how are they supposed to show? Right? And then we have Mother Mary, love and peace. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. Heal yourself. Don't beat yourself up. For me, I start blaming myself. What did I do wrong? I mean, this past month that was all about healing my mother, the way I was a mother to my son. wishing I would have done things differently and stuff, and talking to him about it, saying, I'm so sorry. And he goes, Mom, there are worse parents than you, trust me on that. And he's right. My parents were awful. I didn't even really know my parents. So I think that we beat ourselves up over the past a lot, especially if we're parents, and we can't do that. Stop beating yourself up. Call on Mother Mary to help you heal and love and peace. How beautiful she is. You don't have to be religious. Spirituality is not about religion. It's about spirituality. It's a difference. When I practice spirituality, I call on all types of deities to come in and help me. And I suggest you do the same. And I hope all this made sense, and I hope you call on this energy, the firefly, the butterfly, Mother Mary, the Holy Spirit, and the rose quartz at this time. And next week, I believe it is, next Monday, I have Doug Blake coming back on. He's the creator of Kismet Tarot. And we're just going to talk. We don't even know about what. We're just going to talk about random things. I have my friend Gav Barbie in Australia coming up. He's an artist, dancer, performer, documentary maker, creative writer, author. He's just everything amazing. And Anthony B. Daniels, who was a musician, rapper, DJ, a creative artist out of Louisiana. This is my southern brother there, and just really trying to create community. Like I said, I'm trying to do this thing. Sorry, I just messed up my hair. I gotta go to work, y'all. I love ya. Have a beautiful day. Keep loving your heart, and remember, you are not alone. I am here. Spirit is here. You have so much love and abundance coming your way, and we just have to help each other stay focused and stay on the right path. And it's okay that people let us down, and it's okay to be aware of the false prophets out there, and you don't have to buy what they're saying. You just got to listen to your own path and your own truth, and follow that. I swear to you, when you do that, everything will work out. It's going to be rough at times, but it will work out. All right, love you all. Follow me on Instagram, The Tattooed Psychic, and listen to me on Spotify and my YouTube channel, The Tattooed Psychic. If you want a session with me, readingswithfaye@gmail.com, and I hope you all have a beautiful day. And remember to keep loving your heart, because love is a beautiful thing.